Okay, and this time, good morning again, good day. This time we will study how you can use the max and min function in Microsoft Excel. Now, what do you mean by max? M-A-X. So, max is we can determine the greatest number from a range of cells. So MAX stands for maximum, the greatest, the biggest number in a range of cells. So we can get the biggest number from a range of cells using the max function. And the min function, we can get the minimum. The min function, MIN, we can get the minimum numbers from a range of cells. Okay, let's start with maximum. Let's start with maximum, the maximum numbers. Okay, let's go to the Excel and then try this max numbers. Okay, let's say we want to get. Okay, I want to get the maximum numbers. Okay, let's say I want to get the maximum numbers here in student number 8. I want to get the maximum score, the biggest score of Parida Jones, student number 8. I want to get the maximum numbers. So what is the maximum numbers here in this range of cells? You can see score 1, score 2, and score 3. So what is the maximum numbers? 48. Okay, this is the biggest number, 48. But if it happened that you have a range of cells which is very big, you need to look for the biggest number. Let's say you have the range of numbers, and I want to know which is the biggest numbers from a range of cells. So how can you do that? It's not easy. That is why this function is very important, very usable. You do not need to manually look for which is the biggest number. Let's say you have a range of cells that has all the numbers, and you need to know which is the biggest number. Which is the biggest? It's hard to do that. So we have the max function that we can use to determine, to look for the biggest numbers. So we can use that by saying equal and then the function max, and then open parenthesis, and then select the range of cells that you want to look for the maximum numbers. And if you are finished, you can say equal, you can close parenthesis and then enter. So you can see the maximum numbers is 48. You can see the maximum number is 48. So that is the use of max function. You can look from a range of cells which is the maximum numbers. Okay, another example. I want to look for the maximum numbers here from student number 12. So here we can see which is the maximum numbers. We have only 3 numbers here. It's easy to know. Number 20. Okay, number 20 is the maximum number. So let's look if it is right. Equal max, and then look for the range of cells. Select the range of cells, and then close parenthesis, equal sign. So you can see Excel, look for the maximum numbers from a range of cells. Now, how about the min? The min function. You can see min. So min means you will determine which is the minimum numbers, the smallest numbers from a range of cells, the smallest numbers. Now let's look here, which is the smallest numbers here? From student number 12, Supani Chua. Which is the smallest numbers? 20, 11, and 14. So the smallest numbers here is what? The smallest number here is 11. So let's look if it is right. 11. So equal, and then min, which is the min function, open parenthesis, and then select the range of cells. So after you select, close parenthesis, and then enter. So you can see the minimum number is 11. Okay, another example. Which is the minimum number from student number 10? Chutikarn Torres. So the minimum number from student number 10 is, the minimum number is 8. So let's look if it is right. Equal and min, open parenthesis, and then select the range of cells that you want to look for the minimum number, the smallest number, and then close, and then enter. You can see the minimum number is 8. This is how you can use the max and min functions in Microsoft Excel. Hopefully you learned. Thank you and see you again in our next lesson. Goodbye.